golfers of YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So today, we've probably, if someone was to ask me, you know, JP, what's your go-to drill? No matter where you go in the world, what is this drill that literally helps you play the best of golf? Well, it's my modified Pels test. That's what it is. 7 shots, 10 balls. I'm going to use 2 for the purpose of your time and mine. I'm going to teach you all about the Pels test, why I think it's so good, why it really helped with me, and it's a great drill that you can basically hold yourself accountable for. You know, I was at some time, you know, it'd be daily. You know, if it was kind of, I had a lot of practice to get through, I would daily do this, but at least twice a week, you know, putting down scores and making sure that you do hold yourself accountable, like I said. So what is it? So it's 7 different shots closing in from 30 yards and closer, basically. It's the shortest one is a 10-yard shot and the furthest one is a 30-yard shot. It's basically if you hit a drive, beautiful drive, you've left yourself 150 yards and you've whiffed it a little bit, you've got a 20-yard rough shot, you know, you blade it across the green, you walk off with double bogey going, I've not really played that hole that bad. This is what it's there for. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I'll tell you the 7 different shots that we'll be doing with 10 balls. Obviously, I'm only doing 2, but yeah, let's get into it. Okay, the first shot that we're going to do is the hardest one, in all fairness. It's the 30-yard shot. So, from me to the yellow flag here is 30 yards. It will get easier, I promise, and it will go back to being hard depending on where your golf game sits. And this is anyone. This is, you know, your professional golfer all the way down to your 30 handicapper. You do this, promise you'll get better. You know, it's just repetition is the father of learning. Practice makes improvement, it doesn't make perfect. And if you can improve in short game, and I say this to any golfer, you know, it doesn't matter whether you're 30, 20, 10 or scratch, if you want to get better, short game is where it's at. As long as you're not losing balls off the tee and you're playing conservative, you know, off the tee, you can make so many shots up in that short game. So 30 yards. So we'll hit this first shot. And turn in. There we go. So, what are we trying to do? Well, we're trying to hole everything. Let's be honest. You know, we're not playing this game to, you know, lay it close or anything. Let's try and hole everything. We may as well. However, the scoring dictates that if you get it in the hole, it's 4 points. If you get it within 1 club length or 3 feet, it's 2 points. And if you get it within 2 club lengths or 6 feet, it's a point. Anything out of that, 0 points. Why this is so good is because it's repeatable. So if you do the same shots over and over again, you know, it doesn't have to be the same exact shot, but another 30-yard shot, and you see, you know, are you improving? Then great, perfect. So second one, it looks like we're probably on 1 point there, not by much. I think it's just outside of club length. And that looks a little bit better. Yeah, there you go, there's your 2 points. So, again, one is inside 3 feet, the other is probably 4 feet. You know, both of them from a 30-yard shot is up and down. That's what it's all about. You know, if you miss a green, you've got 30 yards left, you put it to 3 foot, tap it in, walk away with a par. That's how we get better at golf, instead of blading it across the green, doing this, doing that. Right, so let's go, next shot. Okay, so why I said this is a modified version of the Pels test is this is the modified bit. It's a 15-yard shot with only 5 yards of green to work with. So if you can't find anywhere to kind of do this, just go and grab your alignment stick and put it on the ground and say that the ball has to land past that alignment stick. So you've got 5 yards to work with on that green. How many times have we short-sided ourselves on a green? We've rolled it 20 foot past, 2-putted, even 3-putted and walked off going, I was 15 yards away from, you know, it was a great iron approach, and, you know, we all make excuses. Let's not get into that one. But yeah, so 15-5. Very close to going in. That's definitely 2 points. Okay, so as you can see, they're both within inside of club length, so I'll be taking 4 points there. Obviously, you're doing it with 10 balls. That's the important one, in all fairness. So you can get a very good average of what your score is. Obviously, there's a maximum of 4 times 7 times 10 on show. But yeah, anywhere around them, you know, 15 to 20 points per 10 balls is a really good score for this one. Okay, so we move on to the 10-yard chip shot. So obviously, let's say that you don't really want to put it, you know, you've got kind of turf in the way that is unpredictable, you need to chip it over, or for anything, the 10-yard chip shot is one that you probably want in your arsenal. And in all fairness, in this Pels test, it's a very good way of getting a lot of score very quickly. You know, if you can master this shot, it's going to help. You know, all this is about is dictating what's going to happen on that golf course. Well, you've already practiced it. So there's not really a shot that you won't find unless you're stuck behind a tree or anything like that, or anything, you know, in particular a bit different. This is really good. So the 10-yard shot is very important. One, for score, really. And with the aim of this one, we're definitely trying to hole it. There's within a club length. Oh, close. But as you can see, that's 4 points again. You know, and the more you do it, the more you'll kind of start, you know, you might go from, oh, you know, I'm lucky to get 2 points to, you know, oh, I'm gutted I didn't hole one, you know. So that's what we're doing. It's improvement. Practice makes improvement. I'll keep saying it. It's the foundation of good golf. Okay, so we've pushed or pulled our ball into the trees. How often have we done this? We've got a 20-yard chip shot left. Again, with the rough, we're just kind of dropping it in there, and wherever it lands, that's where we play it from. Make it very, very realistic to how we're going to play the conditions out on the course. And yeah, 20-yard chip shot. So again, it's a little bit difficult, but again, you get this one close, you get some points on the board, it will really make you feel like you've done a great job. Okay, so slight run out, probably just got a point there. So that tells me about what the green's actually doing. So there we go, we've got one inside a club length and then one obviously in that 1 point zone. That one just run on a little bit. So obviously you've got to find ways of making it work, you know, for that last one. It is getting a little lucky from, you know, but consistency will prevail. So again, if you know where you want to land them, you know, for me it was probably just in that, you know, light bit of rough that I know the ball's not going to get taken that much. Again, it can take a dodgy bounce, let's be honest. There's 3 shots left. We're going to the beach next. Hey guys, unfortunately the audio messed up for this one, so you've got the lovelier voice of me post. Just explaining here where you did miss my hilarious joke of David Hasselhoff in the beach, but never mind. Explaining there's a short range bunker shot, usually around 8 yards, and a longer range bunker shot around 20 yards. Also explaining that we're not in a competition here. You can have as much practice before committing to these shots, so don't be afraid of the sand. Confidence is key in the bunkers, I can assure you, from many years of doing this. But yeah, just be confident, try and get it close, and as you can see, we're just reaching on for 2 points there. Back to some good audio. So there we go, that one was 2 points. And that one's 2 points. So again, all you're thinking about there is, you know, I'm in the sand, I've got to try and get up and down, let's put it close. Well, all you're doing is you're going to your muscle memory of doing this Pels test over and over again, weekly by weekly, getting your scores and going, yeah, I've done this shot, this is this, you know, and just throwing out the feel. That's why it's so good. Okay, so by this time, you've hit 60 balls. You've hit your 30-yard shot, your 15-5, your 20-yard rough shot, your 10-yard shot, your 2 bunker shots, and now you're left with the last shot, which is the flop shot. As a good golfer, I tend not to use this if I'm playing in a competition all that much, but having it in the locker and being able to use it is 2 completely different things. If I have looked at the scenario, I've looked at the lie, I've looked at everything, and I'm like, there's only 1 shot for this, it's the flop shot. Well, thankfully I've put in all this work to make sure that it goes close to the hole, the flop shot. So 15 to 25 yard shot, over something. I'm going to use my camera as an up and over. Yeah, lovely. So again, speed is everything. What I would say is JP's tip of the day: clean your wedges, you know, after every 2 shots, or as soon as you start seeing a pile up of mud, just clean them, give them a good clean. It makes all the difference when you're chipping. Chipping is contact, and if you don't have the right contact every time, you're not going to get consistent at chipping. So there you go, the flop shot. So there we go. Obviously didn't get the bounce I wanted, but that's 1 2-pointer, another 1-pointer, that's the flop shot. So that is the Pels test complete. You've hit 70 shots, 7 different shots, 10 times. You've got your score, let's say it's 84. You go out and do it again, you know, in 2 days' time, you're scoring 82. You know, it shows that you're consistent, you know. Again, but then you go out, you know, you do that for a month and you see that your scores are now in the 90s, you know, which again is actually really good if you are getting there. And you can use this as a short game handicap as such. You know, anything over 100 is really good. I'd definitely say that's a 2 handicap and better. I think my best score on this is probably about 112. You know, so it is understanding where your strengths and weaknesses are. So let's say you have a look at your scores for the last month and you go, I tell you what, my long range bunker shots, I'm scoring an average of 12, but my short range, I'm scoring an average of 5. Well, that tells me that, you know, you need to go and practice your short game bunker shots. But it also tells me that when you go out on the course, you do not aim for a flag if it's very close to a bunker, because you know you're not very good at short range. How you might play away from that flag and then go, oh, I'm in the long range bunker, but I'm good at that shot. That's what it's all about. It's about understanding your game, your fundamentals, and how you can get better on the golf course. Because we're not doing this just to get good, we're doing this to score better. So guys, here's my challenge to you. Go out and do the Pels test. Go and follow, you know, the strict guidance. Your 30 yards, 20 rough shot, 15-5, 10 yard, 2 bunker shots and a flop shot. Comment down your score. Comment down your first score. Use this video as an accountable for all you and your mates to go, oh, I got this, you know. I use my notepad. I use my notepad a lot. But yeah, use it. You know, I want you to become better golfers. And if I had my time again, I wish I'd started the Pels test sooner. 1,000,000%. It gets your short game unbelievable. YouTube, we'll see you later.